Coverage begins with Alma McCarty live at the South Waterfront with a look at the violence from a handful of protesters and the response from federal agents. Alma, how's it looking?
Yeah, well, David, I can tell you at this hour, things are pretty low key out here outside of the ICE facility. Now, as people know, protesters, they're here really night after night, but the group is relatively small. I'd say there's fewer people out tonight than there were last night. Now, this one block has seen its ups and downs in terms of the size and the intensity of the demonstrations and the reaction from the feds. As observed late Monday night, it doesn't take much for the federal response at the ICE facility to heat up. Flashbangs and pepper balls fired at protesters from the ground and on the roof. Clouds of tear gas waft through the street. KGW crews have observed these flare-ups for weeks, which sometimes result in a detainment, though not always a formal arrest. As of Tuesday, the United States Attorney's Office has charged 33 defendants with federal crimes. The latest, a Hillsborough resident named Samuel Westcott, facing a felony offense of assaulting a federal officer on Sunday. Court documents include screenshots of Westcott allegedly kicking an officer several times while being detained, after lunging at an agent while they were trying to clear the driveway. This arrest making up one of three from Sunday evening, according to DHS officials who said the, quote, rioters were arrested for spitting, kicking, and biting officers. Another one of those arrested, a member of the unprecedented brass band accused of assaulting a federal officer. Their fellow bandmates dispute that.
I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, just someone running, and then an officer running after them. And by the time I turned around, they were on the ground, and there was kind of a struggle. And from what I understand, an officer was kind of like up against, like holding, our friend Ori more or less against a fence. As
of Tuesday, they're still on a DHS hold in the Clark County Jail. Now, according to the FBI, and this is worth mentioning, that 190 people have either been, 194 I should say, have been either cited or arrested here outside of the ICE building. But of that number, only 17% have actually gone on to be federally charged. David, back to you.
All right, just 17% there. Alma McCarty putting it in perspective for us. Thank you, Alma.